It's a new show. Yes, it is.
You've heard all the other wrestling programs. Now it's time to listen to the guys who aren't booty.
And you can't beat that.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
There ain't no stopping us now. We celebrate on the floor. Top down, we're ready to go. To all the people across every nation, turn it up and give me some more.
Woo! Woo indeed. What? For real?
Yeah?
Do it later? You wanna, like, I don't know why I'm touching you there. Sorry.
Wow.
You went. Oh, no, you're not wearing a Bailey shirt.
No, I'm not.
Well, they'd hug too. You want pancakes?
I do want pancakes. I can't eat pancakes.
Hey, everybody. Hold on. I can multitask. Watch this.
Uh-huh.
Hey, everybody's hashtag WrestlePals.
Oh.
Look over there. It's hashtag Wrestle. I don't know why I'm really putting my hand on my pants. You don't need to know
Method.
that. Look at the eye line is like up. It's perfectly 90 degrees or higher. Maybe 100 degrees, maybe 110. Not gonna look down, are you? Hey, everybody's hashtag WrestlePals. He's hashtag WrestlePal Justin.
Yeah.
As it's not a sponsor. Why do you promote them so heavily?
Delish.
Someday, they're not sponsor yet. I almost put my finger in your drink. Sorry.
Please don't. Nah, fool, you stuck your finger in my drink.
I'm hashtag WrestlePal Nate. I don't know, man. What's up?
I see you, Jack.
That's me.
I see you.
That's me. Damn, Justin.
So before we get into
Oh?
all things, we're going to talk about fans today, right off the top of the game.
Oh, you want to get serious, right?
But it should be known that the Good Brothers, brothering softly to one Ellie, she,
What happened?
so, all right,
Wait. What happened? Is everyone around us getting famous, Justin?
yes, everyone but us.
More on that later.
So, we did the, on last Friday, I think it was, on Talk is Jericho.
Uh-huh.
It was a sober edition of Talk and Shop with the Good Brothers.
Yeah, I gotta imagine it's just as wacky and awful.
Oh, it was fun. It was a blast.
Yeah.
There we go. The streak is alive. That's what I was...
Just waiting for it to die.
Yep. The streak is alive. So I tweeted out, hey, man, this was great. The Hawkins Tonk Man was a great rotating fourth because Kurt Hawkins was the fourth.
Uh-huh.
The Hawkins Tonk Man.
Okay.
Try that.
Nah, I'm good, man.
Try that.
Look, you got to know your limitations. Guess where mine is?
Hawkins Tonk Man?
No, gainful employment.
Oh,
Oddly
okay.
enough. So it's before.
The Hawkins Tonk Man. So, you know,
Nope.
I tweeted to Hawkins, to Gallows, to Anderson, and to Jericho.
Right.
And it got liked by the Hawkins Tonk Man.
Wonderful.
And then eventually gets retweeted by Jericho.
Ooh.
And then I guess that catapulted it back into Ellie's timeline. And she goes, hey, well, let me get the link because I'd like to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent the link. So she listened to it. And then she responds with, hey, man, this was great. It got me through some stuff because I can't leave my house, essentially, because she got, I don't know what, it was a stomach thing.
Okay.
A virus. So she basically couldn't leave her bed. So they all liked her post.
Aw.
And she got followed by the Epic Mealtime guy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Who was at, I don't know if you saw my tweet last night, but he was at Raw last night. And so she sends me a text sometime when Riot Squad was going out that showed that he just followed her.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, well, Riot Squad's going out there. Tell him that,
Is that what that
to
was?
tell Liv that I'm great.
If you could ask your new friend to hey, The reason all this serving has to be self-serving. Y'all can serve me as well.
Yeah.
Please.
But her response,
Respectful.
she already knows you great.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. She does. I don't know why that popped up, but thanks. So, it's just a little fun thing.
Yeah.
Nice little fun way.
Oh,
You know.
God.
Sometimes fans aren't so bad, right?
So Ellie's famous, and someone else got famous last night, too.
Yep.
Sweet.
All right, let me.
Was it you? Did you get famous last night?
No.
Was
Even
it,
though,
was it me?
though
It wasn't me, though, right?
my tweet to Jericho got lots of RTs, there was nothing creative in it.
Mhm.
I think it may have had hashtag WrestlePals in it, which would be good because that would mean our little hashtag is going to get some run.
Just sneak it in anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere.
I have noticed a lot of
Shameless.
random people starting to use it. Not people listening to the show, but
Whatevs.
some other pod was using it.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, I just tweeted them. I was like, oh, hey. And they're like, hello. And so now we're hashtag WrestlePals with them.
It's just that easy. All you have to do is Twitter, WrestlePalsVA, or at the Hulkster, or if you want total silence, at the Nate Project.
That's true because we tweeted
'Cause
that
I'm,
out.
I'm
and
antisocial and awful.
you retweeted it. You retweeted the tweet, but then
I don't know what those words mean, man.
you retwat. And then
the hell did you call me?
then you stayed silent.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause that's what you do,
I'm
right?
terrified of social media. That's why. I'm terrified of human contact. So let's do a show.
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Justin.
So we had. All right. So we're gonna talk fans here.
Yeah.
Now this has been on my radar for a little while.
It has, and we've kicked it around here and there with positive and negatives, and I'm curious to see your thoughts and feelings on it because we have a thing where we have like we could talk about that, and then we can't talk about that or we'll talk ourselves out.
Yeah.
As we're wont to do. So I'm interested to see if you have a positive or negative spin on the current state of fans and or fandom.
I see a lot of love being thrown out there for the Montreal crowd last night, and mostly I agree. It's awesome to watch a show where the fans are that fired up.
Right.
It's great when fans make a ton of noise. That is great. Now, things that they did, very North American of them, booing the hell out of Roman Reigns, because Montreal, Toronto, Chicago, New York, these are very smarky towns. Now, I guess furthermore, like Roman Reigns getting booed is starting to happen in most buildings. Most buildings. So that
It almost feels like they're kind of steering into it a little bit. It's the
Sometimes.
Kurt Angle, you suck.
yeah.
It's the John Cena boo.
Yeah.
It's because Roman
It's
ain't
the cool
bad,
thing
dude.
to do. No, he isn't.
I don't know if it's and this is where we're gonna have the little bit of weird discussion. Is it the cool thing to do and you're a jerk for doing it, or is it the cool thing to do and it's the fun way to participate? It gets odd and it gets a little dodgy, a little dicey there. It depends on the motivations of the individual. Two people doing the same thing can mean two very different things depending upon their motivations.
Now I feel like at this point there's no actual saving of Roman. Like he is there.
What's he need saving for?
He's
See,
getting a
this
response.
is where we get into it. Is he getting a reaction?
He's getting a really loud reaction.
Do you see? Is his merch moving?
His merch is moving.
Are people excited to react, not cheer, react to him when he shows up?
Yep.
Did it?
Boo.
He's distilled it down to it's been distilled down to two notes. Dead it. They're done. It's over. Crowd explodes. Negatively, positively, doesn't matter. It's violent and it's loud.
Yep. And now, the common response is always, well, he's getting booed so badly, turn him heel. Why? Are you going to boo him then, too?
Yeah.
No, they won't. Because they don't boo bad guys. The only, some of the only people, this part of the conversation has been, we've said it so many times. Jinder Mahal, actual heel.
Uh-huh.
He gets booed. does bad guy things, gets booed for it.
Mhm.
And his in-ring work matches.
Yes.
He has a protected finish, and he doesn't do much in the ring. He's a bad guy. Bad guy.
Methodical.
Methodical.
And making that part of the personality. He's making the work match the character.
Shinsuke Nakamura
Mhm.
is becoming a top-notch heel because he's not giving. They now took the one thing that he was getting a reaction for, his theme, and took it away.
Or made it better.
Well, but you can't sing along to the new one. Do you know those words yet?
Working on it. It depends on how many drinks I've had.
It's funny watching the internet lose
I'll
its
karaoke the hell out of Japanese if I've had a few drinks.
the internet losing its mind. The only thing I liked about him, and they well, yeah.
Well, if that's the only thing you liked about him, then shut up.
Also, but
Then he's
no,
not for you. Then.
no, I can't sing along. You're not supposed to. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
Just keep doing ole, ole, ole.
Yeah.
Go. Have fun with that.
Again, a lot of praise coming for the Montreal crowd, and I saw a lot of, now this is a crowd, and saying, that the GRR crowd was bad.
What?
Man, I highly disagree.
Well, okay. Can I point out something? I'm interested in your thoughts on this as well.
Uh-huh.
As far as the Montreal crowd, and this got pointed out to me because I'm stupid and I don't notice things. They did a lot to acknowledge the crowd.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, there's a lot of
a lot of French.
I think the biggest problem we usually have with crowds is when they try to make it about themselves.
Right.
But it seemed like the show last night was making it not making it about the
Bizarre
crowd.
world, Nigel.
Oh Jesus! Well, they cheer people they usually boo, and they boo people they usually cheer. They're just having fun and expressing themselves.
Nigel.
Well, look, we got so used to JBL saying that
Yeah.
we were like, "Yeah, this is some dumb stuff that he says, and then they made Corey Graves say it. It's like sounds disingenuous when he says it.
Because he's a bad guy, Nigel.
Good job. But they allowed. It's almost like they invited Montreal to be a bit of a character, and they played into it, and they used it as part of the show.
Right.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn are still awful, awful human beings, but they let Montreal be an awful human being as well.
Yeah.
And you
along
know
with
what?
them.
It was great for them. It was. Instead of a beach ball flying around, it's hey, we're gonna talk in French, and they're gonna lose their mind, and they're gonna go oui. That means yes. That made me very happy. I'm glad I went back to pull up the promo from the beginning of the show. But allowing the
Matt phrasing. Hashtag WrestlePal Matt. He just pulled that monster from his pants. Sorry, he said it 10 minutes ago. Watch.
Oh, I saw it and tried not to react. Enjoy. Have. I can't. Nope. Don't like this joke no more.
Okay.
Have a sip.
Everybody wants us to kiss too.
Yeah.
I don't know that that'll be happening.
Everybody, Justin.
Everybody.
Everybody, Justin.
Everybody.
Okay, he's not in yet. We'll get him, guys. Don't worry. But allowing the crowd to be part of it and not be discouraged from jumping in and joining in, steering into that skid a little bit.
Right.
I feel like WWE over the last few years has become more masterful at like what's happening. All right, let's roll with that.
I mean, it's better to steer into than let them.
Like I'll say this:
over.
I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a Baron Corbin, No Way Jose angle, and that was going to be it. Hey, everybody's liking what Titus did.
Yeah.
How about we add a little extra to that, and all of a sudden we get Titus and Corbin, and that extends out the Jose.
Yes.
And just steering into it, making the most of it, capitalizing on what they have, understanding what resources and reactions you're kind of going to get, and instead of trying to force one, rolling with it, letting it happen, and letting it be more organic. Even though it's still manufactured, it's manufactured as all hell. But it's like, what's going to happen? Cool. Here's how we're going to react to it and capitalize on it. So you get to make Montreal think that they're special. And like they're controlling it, and they're telling us what to do, and they're making this happen. Oh my God! They put Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in the main event.
Yeah,
they did this.
They did that. Yeah, and and that's a better way than getting JBL chants and beach balls thrown everywhere. And it's a much better way to manage that.
By taking that, you take kind of the piss out of it, and you make it yours, and you're capitalizing on it. You're allowing them to catapult what's happening in the ring. And honestly, everything felt more invested as a result. That's not something they could do every. They're gonna get to Des Moines. They're gonna get to Des Moines. And it's gonna be like, all right, well, da boo. Oh, okay, we can steer to that a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
Roman's gonna come out like that night. Roman came out and just was silent for like 5 minutes.
And just
Just
anytime he-
drank it in.
Yeah.
Just drank it in.
And
Sometimes that works.
That's the smart play. If that's what they're going to give you, then take what they give you
Right.
and spin it and use it.
It's the I hate using the word, but it's kayfabe 2.0.
Yeah.
It's what's real, what's not real, and
Blur the lines.
and blurring that lines and making these smart fans dumb again.
Yeah.
Because they don't. We hate Roman. We gotta boo him because we gotta. Yeah. Well,
Because
guess
they're
what?
shoved down. He's shoved down our throats.
You just paid.
Nathan.
You just paid money to come here and boo this man.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thanks.
You. Oh, and you hate him so much that Samoa Joe's gonna face him. You gotta go buy that Samoa Joe shirt, aren't you? Isn't it great? Were you gonna buy it before, or are you invested in it because he's in the program with Roman? Look at him. Roman's making money for everybody,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be out there again next week. Why?
Some might call that being a draw.
Almost. But it's an anti-draw. And again, it doesn't matter. I always go back to the emotional tachometer. The emotional tachometer doesn't just go one way. It isn't just dead and positive. It's right in the middle, and you're either going to get a positive reaction or a negative reaction. Doesn't matter as long as that thing pins. Pins left, pins right, doesn't matter. I hope that was left. That was right on the camera. It was left. So if I go right, that's left.
I think
Doesn't matter either way.
this is. I can't do it either. Never mind. I was gonna do the bay meter, like where I am. It's just
Nah,
it's still not bay.
It's not. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
it's just
Yet.
flat. Yeah. So
Yet.
if you want to go for the
She
negative
does know
reaction,
I'm great. I'm not gonna go for the negative reaction.
good.
I'm not one of those ghouls.
I expect you to say no, those guys. Nope. Yeah, that's a more proper term for it. But again, I mean, you see that on all forms of social media.
Yeah.
Can you when you're getting negativity, can you capitalize on it and make something out of it? Again, it doesn't matter if it's negative or positive motion. It's movement. I go back to this. I won't promote this. There's a streamer I won't say obsessed with at one point, but I enjoyed because I saw masterfully what she was doing. She put on a character where she was annoying and kind of right, inciting people to be hateful of her, and they would give money to say things on her stream.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she's raking in cash, dude, and it's just like she's found a way to capitalize on negativity and make it into something. And then she'll have people that defend her, and it was just vehement fans and vehement haters. Doesn't matter. They're all in there, and they're all putting money towards it. And that's a beautiful thing. Are you capitalizing on negativity, Justin?
Okay, so hashtag WrestlePal Matt. Well, it's where you keep your monster. So.
Okay.
Hashtag WrestlePal Jennie. Shove Roman down my throat. That's fine.
I don't like this.
Ellie, fans have always annoyed me. Justin, you remember how I felt about certain indie marks that myself and wives of wrestlers didn't care for? Yeah.
Okay. We
I
want to
mean,
discuss because, like,
Even in the indie scene, it's not great.
yeah, because I don't know. Because that's different. Because they're the most vocal, and they're also not putting any money into it. I mean, I guess they go to the shows, so I guess you kind of have to be like, oh, they paid, they're here.
Yeah.
They can kind of do what they want, but when they try to make it about themselves, but how can you capitalize on that at an indie level?
You really can't. It's mostly not enough people.
I saw it one time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to invoke the name. Diamond Victor Griff.
Oh, DVG, he the best.
He's the best, absolutely. You
I
know what he
miss that
did?
guy.
You know what I saw him do?
Uh-huh.
Because I know who you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
He chopped somebody in the corner, right?
Uh-huh.
And what did they say immediately?
Woo!
No. One more time.
Oh, yes.
He goes to go do it again, and then he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then they were like, ah!
Yeah.
You know what he got?
Hmm?
Reaction.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. Masterful, turning them against it. What do you want? Then I'm going to deny you. You're going to be mad. You're also going to respect it, and you're going to love it, and you're going to go see him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going there to be denied.
I wonder what he's up to. DVG, I haven't seen him around in a while. I also haven't been to indie shows because I'm the worst. So, and Leslie brought this up in the Facebook chat. First two rows, camera side on GRR crowd was bad.
Ah, okay.
Saw them moving around too much and staring off into space. Now,
I did. I mentioned that as well. That was a little distracting, but
I know at least some of that was the royal family.
yeah,
I'm not sure which side,
yeah, they kind of get to come and go as they please.
and I'm assuming that means most of that stuff up close was like really rich people who can do whatever the hell they want.
yeah, I mean, it was a very big deal. They allowed women and children to come to this thing. That was an amazing.
Which sounds ridiculous.
I know. But it's a cultural feat.
Uh-huh.
And they have that 2030 movement that they're moving towards and whatnot. But yeah, that ringside is kind of. I kept looking for that long-haired dude.
Yeah.
just hoping that they made it. But hey, where's your grandma or mom or whatever, dude? I would have been so excited. I would have been very happy. I would have called you.
Mm-hmm.
Not message. No message. No back channel messaging. I would have called you.
Wow.
Hey, Justin.
This is that
There
guy.
he is. He's there. No, but yeah, man, that was a lot of money up front, and they kind of get to do what they want at this thing.
Now,
Yeah, it was very distracting.
things you have to take into account too, because again, I saw that crowd getting dumped all over.
Really?
Yeah, they were being called a bad crowd.
By who?
Well, the internet. It's
Oh,
what
okay.
they do. So to compare the GRR crowd to last night's Monday Night Raw crowd is just from the jump an unfair comparison.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
A Raw is indoors.
Mm-hmm.
It is a much smaller crowd, but it's indoors. There's a roof that the sound can go up and come back.
A little more intimate. You have the like bowl arenas, so it's like everybody is as close as you're gonna get.
It's also full of people who are familiar with the product mostly.
Right.
So they know
It's not a.
they have favorites.
Yes. They're invested in the product, and they travel to go see that. It isn't a spectacle that comes along that they're going to see because it's like this is groundbreaking.
This is something
spectacle.
new.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say that there weren't. Obviously, there were people at GRR who knew what was going on.
Uh-huh.
But open. Like, I mean, if you compare it to most of the open arena WrestleManias.
Oh, my God.
One of the biggest things at 31 Santa Clara, I think, is the fact that you have, Undertaker and Bray Wyatt happening outdoors during the day.
Yeah.
The sound is escaping upwards.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Cena. I think the first one was outdoors, and it didn't hit the way they wanted it to because outdoors. The sound it doesn't have that same Hogan Rock feeling because the sound is escaping. It's going up. So if you watch the crowd, they're reacting, but they're reacting like marks.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
And
I'm a mark. I'm putting it out there. I am a mark. I mean, I have to work really hard to be one.
It's so much more
at
fun.
this point.
It
but
really, really is. But yeah, I mean, you got people that'll crap on that, being like, oh, they're buying into they're just they're booing who they're supposed to boo, and they're cheering who they're supposed to cheer.
Imagine that.
They're not smart. They don't know.
Yeah.
I bet they even think this is real. This is crazy. You know what? I would love to have that level of suspension of disbelief. I have to suspend disbelief to get to that point. Meanwhile, they can just go in and enjoy. It's so much easier. There's no steps available to it. There's no extra knowledge. There's no overthinking things to just get back to a normal. It's just, here's what it is.
Here's the bad guy. Let's boo this dude.
And you know what? It's fun. And that gets to like fundamentally what wrestling is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to, a concert and you boo them, you're a dick. Why are you here?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What did you pay to come see this band? Boo!
How did you get here, sir?
Deftones, boo! I would never buy a ticket to go see Nickelback
Okay.
because I don't want to see Nickelback. I would boo Nickelback.
Don't though.
But I'm not going to buy
But
a
even
ticket
if
to
you
go
were there,
boo.
just don't.
Yeah.
How about you just don't? You know what's worse? Silence. Get a reaction. I just want Nickelback to just be the heel band. just write songs about how your cities suck and you stink and y'all are stupid. And then I just want their album tracks to read track 1, Rick Rude. No. I don't have a track 2. It was just Rick Rude. I just want to think about him calling people sweat hogs because even as a child I was like, that sounds nasty.
Oh, look at this.
What?
Leslie, go to shows, Justin. I saw DVG this past weekend. He still got it. On that front, I may be going to shows again soon.
What?
We'll get into WWEGRR probably next hour because
You going to Saudi Arabia?
one of our friends has WOKEN.
Oh boy.
We got to talk about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Famous.
more famous than us in our dumb
Well,
show.
I mean, who are we? To be fair.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? Something creative. Sorry. Like I said, words came out of my mouth. Please don't hit me. He's gonna when the cameras turn off. He's gonna hit me.
You know what we should
I
do?
deserve
Something
it.
creative. You mean like the things that I've been saying we should do for
Sorry.
months?
I
And
should- you know what?
months
do you
and
need,
months
do
and
you
months.
need another one?
no.
Okay. No.
No.
Yeah, I know, Justin.
But we should do those things that we've been talking about doing.
No
but,
shit.
But on that note, I went to see WRR at #WrestlePal Zach's house.
Oh, that sounds like an awesome time.
It was a blast. I literally hadn't seen him in years, like since.
I gave you a message to pass on to him. Hey, tell him I want to touch him.
And he said,
Get over here.
"Yeah."
All right. What's up?
It was a blast hanging with him. But like afterwards, I expressed to him that I kind of miss doing commentary. I kind of miss being in indie wrestling. And he's like, "Well, what do you mean?" And so we might. It may start, with just finding some indie matches or something online. But I think the team's going to be #WrestlePal Zach and #WrestlePal Justin doing some commentary.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God.
It'll be fun.
No,
I'll get to be Chevy Chase again.
I don't know who that guy is. He scares me.
Let's see, LE, but you're always respectful, Justin.
Hmm?
Matt, #WrestlePal Matt. Like when I booed Kenny G at Epcot and almost got kicked out. I don't know, man. Kenny G, that seems like a legitimate boo, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bad guy doing bad things.
He was at Epcot. Surprised?
Bad guy doing bad things.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Who boos anybody at Epcot? Stop that. What's wrong with you? Let it go.
Let it go.
Go drink around the world. Oh, good Lord, Justin.
I don't understand how a crowd doing what you're supposed to do makes it bad.
Again, this gets to a thing, and this goes to not just fandom in general, but reactions to things specifically online.
Mhm.
People talk a lot of garbage, and there's a lot of garbage people.
Yeah.
Learn the lesson from not fandoms, but organizations that do it right to capitalize on the fandoms the best. Steer into that stuff.
Yep.
They're mad. Don't block. Don't send them away. Enjoy them and realize they're reacting.
Mm-hmm.
They're jealous because they weren't there.
Yeah.
And they'll never say that. They'll never admit that. And then, honestly, they probably don't even think that. Even if they're honest with themselves, they're not going to think that they think that. But they didn't get to go to that show.
Mm-hmm.
What would have been better had they gone there? Would they have reacted correctly?
What is correct?
Exactly. They're reacting. Now, if they had gone to the
Grr.
and everybody just sat on their hands still and looked off into space, hey, you might have some crazy. But you know what I saw? I saw kids there in stupid Cena shirts, having fun, and even Cena saying on his entrance, "What's rule number 1? Have fun." What's rule number 2? Have fun. The kids are amped as all hell.
Yeah.
And then they run back to their seats because they're excited for this wacky show that's about to begin. Excited, energy, positive, negative, doesn't matter. It's energy.
And you can complain about that crowd all you want. That is
They will.
That is the best reaction a cruiserweight match has gotten in forever.
Yeah.
Like
They were excited at
pumped.
the spectacle.
Yeah, and they were even doing the lucha thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were pumped to see that match. That doesn't happen here.
Mm-hmm.
The cruisers come on and it's like, pee break.
It barely happened at Mania, dude.
Yeah.
And that is crazy.
Insane.
But
Yeah.
again, you can't listen to what people say online because it's zero effort to be garbage online.
Yes.
Zero effort. And you see how people are, well, not even that. Oh,
Yes.
And I'm going to talk to text that later, see what comes out.
Trash.
Dude, and hashtag and tag people individually.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you doing? You know what they're trying to do? Fish for a reaction as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty is WWE has learned and is learning and is masterful at eliciting those reactions. Because those same people will go on, like, they'll watch other sports and be like, oh, shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. And you know what they get? They either get hate and people are upset, or they get no reaction. So that's why wrestling not only condones it, but encourages it. Because guess what? They don't say, oh, my God, Pete in Philadelphia was mean to us online. Everybody, stop the show. They're saying, hey, look. Hashtag WWE Raw is trending. Number 1 trend on Twitter. Doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Just matters that it's trending. That's the beauty of especially Twitter is look at all this. Hey, so many posts about this hashtag. Everybody's talking about this hashtag. And you know what they do to show how many there are? Scroll through them super fast. And which ones do they choose to interact with? The guys that are like, hey, this is garbage? Or the guys that are like, hey, that was great? Or people photoshopping on the couch and laughing and falling to the ground. Which one do they react to? Which one gets the more positive reaction? Which one gets the most reaction and encouragement? Is it the people that are talking garbage? Or is it the people that are participating?
It's
the garbage people are encouraged just enough
yeah.
to keep them coming back. And when they keep coming back, you're going to get, they're booing Roman. You're going to get a guy like Samoa Joe that comes in there. And the people are going to gravitate towards Samoa Joe. They're going to be garbage people and garbage fans, but they're going to be in the crowd. Joe. You're a
You think
fan
they
of the
don't
crowd.
want that?
They're all on the same goddamn show. It's like good cop versus bad cop. They're still the goddamn police, man.
They still
Like,
gotta
doesn't
cuff
matter
you.
who you admit your crime to. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little personal life here. It doesn't matter who you admit the crime to. Whether you give in to bad cop or you acquiesce to good cop. You're still at the police station. You still go to jail, Nathan.
You know, it's you mentioned it's garbage people being garbage online, and who gets the more reaction, and they live in this echo chamber of a Twitter and a Facebook where they'll put out their garbage tweet, and they may not get the response from Mike Kanellis, but the echo chamber of everybody else that's garbage says, yeah, you're right, this guy is trash.
Yeah, but
And everybody hops on. But who is that?
the beauty of that, though, is you have to step back and look at the perspective of the entirety of social media. They get in their little echo chamber, and it sounds like there's a lot of voices, a lot of gravity to it, because there's a bunch of them there.
Which is why they think they're right.
Yeah, but they've also been completely sequestered from levels of positivity, and they're giving the reaction. Doesn't matter as long as you put that tag in there. Guess what? You helped it trend. It doesn't matter if you say something negative. We had over 100,000 tweets about so and so, and the goddamn poor Titus, the Titus clip. It doesn't matter if it was positive or negative. It doesn't matter.
Titus was a fall down man.
It doesn't matter if the people retweeting it or putting their comment is stupid. Can't believe this. This is dumb. Or if it's like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened. Thank you, Vince McMahon, for repeating it 1,000 times. We'll get to that later too. But it's traction, it's reaction, it's participation, and they found a way to manipulate the garbage people into participating without being encouraged. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, as much as we say the barriers of social media, the social media brings down the barriers and is allowing the garbage people to flow in, you gotta social judo that stuff, man. Use that to your advantage. Man, there's nothing better than some hate coming at you. Because it's reaction.
It's reaction.
There's nothing worse in any sort of realm of entertainment as a non-reaction. We see that like in our chat. If there's nothing in there, we're like, well, guess we're garbage.
Yes.
But if somebody comes
But,
in,
to be
how
fair-
dare you promote yourself and hi, sorry.
You could have messaged me and I would have stopped.
Yeah, well,
It's okay.
whatever. Got a reaction. Got a reaction, Justin.
Yep.
So it's just hate is a reaction, and wrestling is the one business that capitalizes on it because at its core, what is wrestling?
What is love?
A chance to see the pinnacles and caricatures of humanity and the human experience in a dumb ring as a stage, and you get to see the heights and the low points of every every spectrum of personality, of morality, of behavior, of titillation. It's all there. Wrestling is weirdly perfect. I feel like I'm defending this harder than it deserves. This is. Let's not start quoting historical figures.
This from a guy who is afraid to admit that he's a wrestling fan.
What? Don't tell people that. What are you doing?
But yes, please continue.
I'm good, thanks. But seriously, wrestling is pinnacles of those things. The very tops and very bottoms of it. Of
Tops and bottoms, huh?
Well, okay, wrestling hasn't quite got there yet, all right? But I'm sure it's coming. Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. I'll be getting into these later. Because I'm hungry.
Good God, Justin. Good God.
Just put those there as a nice reminder for you.
But
You want a pickle?
But again, no. What? It's just nothing but phrasing this week. What's happening here? But wrestling is and always will be the place where you can go to boo.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not booing who they typically want you to boo, but it's evolving into a point where social media exists and these companies are going to capitalize on it and they're going to manipulate it. And that in and of itself is traction of some sort. That is more people talking about you, and you can use that. And that's whether they come to boo, whether they come to cheer, whether they only maybe they just stay at home, and occasionally every once in a while they'll buy a shirt. Guess what that is? It's support.
Mm-hmm.
It's views. Every level of involvement.
$9.99 a month to the network. That's involvement.
Yeah, and every level of it, the successful wrestling organizations have found a way to capitalize on that. Everything that happens, they move on it. Whether it's people want to come and see a spectacle, cool, you're here. People want to participate in it, cool, we're here for you. Whether you want to watch on TV, cool, we're here for you. Mm-hmm. Whether you want to get to the network, cool, we're here for you. When you want to dig through the back catalog, cool, that's available.
Sunday
for
Night
you.
Heat,
Yeah,
coming available.
Do you want to buy merchandise? Cool. That's here for you. Do you want to try to interact with these individuals and embrace the social media? Cool, it's here for you. So Zack Ryder got himself up and over. How? Because he was one of the first
Climbed the
early.
fence.
He's one. Yes, he did. Literally, he was one of the first early adopters for it, and he benefited as a result of it. And you saw what
He still has a job because of that.
and what was the reaction of everybody else around. Well, shit, we got to do that too.
Yeah.
How do we make money off of this? How do we get eyes on this? How do we get reactions to this? Good, bad, doesn't matter. They're the guy with the eyes.
Yeah. All right, so just to catch up. Ellie, I've been to a Nickelback concert. Judge me. Boo!
See that reaction you just got? Look at that. Look at that.
Jennie,
Enjoy.
I tagged your dumb show in every tweet. Our show is dumb. Leslie says I should go to shows.
Stupid.
Matt, GMYD return. Just saying. What does that even mean?
What?
I don't know. That's his job, Matt. Matt. He was holding one effing note. Leslie, that's his job, Matt. That and never cutting his hair.
Wait, what?
Talking about Kenny G.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stay positive. Stay positive.
Positive?
Positive.
Mm.
I don't understand what the deal is with bots following me and fake pseudo celebs following me and then DMing me when I follow back.
Word.
Because I'm a follow back boy. But it happened again.
Oh, Christ.
By some, I don't even know who it was, but like I basically called them out from the jump, and thankfully they've disappeared.
Aw.
But I just got a DM from another bot that just kind of proves to me that they're a bot.
Who's your fake one?
Okay, so the fake one was Sarah Fisher.
Okay.
Actress, singer, songwriter. I looked her up, and she has a real Twitter that's not this one.
Oh, Jesus.
And I don't even. They didn't say anything. Didn't ask for credit card or information or nothing. But
Well, I mean, you don't want to blow your full pitch right away. You want
Yeah.
to endear yourself. Hey, I'm a human, just like you. How are you, human? Would you
Why-
like to do human things?
why do I insist on like
Well,
engaging these
what would you-
robots?
What would you like to talk about? Credit cards? I have some. Do you have any? What's the expiration date? I don't need the full number. It's fine.
I'm Livestruck. See this?
What are, you,
Livestruck?
what are you doing?
I'm Livestruck.
What are you doing? All right, so I watched Raw last night live. She's adorable.
Yeah, I know. I know this.
Good for you.
Thanks. She knows I'm great too, by the way,
What?
according to Ellie.
Oh.
So, I mean, if somebody wants to kind of edge her along, let her know how great I am.
Or Christian her along. Whatever. We don't care. Don't look at them. No, don't. No, he's doing the thing where he looks. No, it was not that bad. I mean, it was bad. I'm sorry I touched you. Earlier as well. Oh,
Oh, snap.
I'm taking your pickle.
What?
You're right. That was bad advice.
You want to try that phrasing again?
Oh, Chad, please don't encourage me to take his pickle.
All right, let's see if the thing with the thing works here.
Which thing you talk about?
Because one of our friends is famous.
Ah, for Christ's sake.
Let's switch to this first.
I had to watch it happen.
Oh, yeah. That one's not working, so.
Break all the buttons, Justin.
No. I just don't remember which ones are which.
The one with the pointy hat, that's
I think
which.
it's this one. Yes.
Look at you. Look at you.
Yes. Now, I can't tell, because that's on a tiny screen. I can't tell what you guys can and can't read. But this tweet right here specifically. Myself and Bray Wyatt weren't at every single historic event. I guess I just did the emphasis wrong.
Historic!
Yes, event. But we were present at the signing of the Declaration of Independence. It was our essences, Zenith and Samael, within our mortal vessels. I'm not doing the accent right.
No, but you know what? I kind of like what you're doing there.
So
I like your spin on the character here of Justine.
So, of course, our current vessels' images must be projected to identify us.
You know what he did? He justified dumb stuff.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for.
This hand in hand with how we closed out the last conversation, Ryder, utilizing social media.
Mm-hmm.
So last night on Raw, they have
It's a promo. Wyatt and Hardy, the deleters of worlds,
yes,
have a little promo thing. No match. Promo to,
hey, we're
basically,
the champs now.
We're the champs now. And I believe the promo was called "We Are Here" or "We Were There," something like that. Been there. I'm not sure.
I've been there. I've done that.
Which basically just showed moments in history with obviously images of Bray and not Jeff, Bray and Matt throughout history. And some masterfully done, some purposefully awful, and just appreciated so goddamn much. It starts with cave drawings, and then the crossing of the Delaware by George Washington, which, by the way, not a picture. It's a portrait, but they were in the portrait. Obviously, Bray just paddling along, and Matt's head oddly sized and just tilted slightly. And as that happens, howling with laughter.
We have a friend.
I have a friend that happened to be watching as well. Just happens to be someone who does these sorts of things. Not this exactly, because this is stupid. Nobody can do this for a living. But something related enough to it. I'm just saying, she might have had Photoshop open. She might have been, oh, for Christ's sake. She might have been, okay, look. So
where does this start? We'll start here.
You can feel free to follow her on Twitter as well, at Jennie_Z. Jennie decided, I'm going to do this. If you don't have the pictures up, first of all, you're wrong. You need to go see these.
We'll share a couple here.
Lunch atop a skyscraper, the famous black and white picture with all the dudes sitting on the girders. There's Matt and Bray next to each other having a lunch. Now, I want to... hold on. Go back to that. Go back to that. Because I want to tell you, I spent, deep analysis on these last night.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Notice how just slightly enlarged their heads are, but not so large that it doesn't blend in. And the color gradient, everything is just... it's wonderful.
They have to be
perfect.
projected.
What's that?
They have to be projected.
Yes, and they're happy because they're about to have lunch. And my favorite part is their little hands. Okay, sorry. Continue, because it gets better. Justin. It gets better. Boop. This I may have thrown out this idea, and it worked better than I thought it would. I don't know if it's necessarily readily available when you take out the faces
Matt,
of
I'm
the...
gonna or Bray, I'm gonna let you finish.
But first, we got to win these tag team championships. By the way, she's also as this evolved, she's shaking in laughter. She's editing these, but creating fantastic posts to go along with it. At this point, it was still just because look at the light playing in Bray's hair there. Fantastic, fantastic. Now it gets weird.
And
This is where she
even
says
says
this is
so.
already getting out of control. Now this is the one that
Got picked up.
yeah, Rebby retweeted, Hardy retweeted, and like instantly Bray liked all of these. Jesus Christ. Okay, look, it's a famous picture from Yalta, World War II. You've got Churchill, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt sitting there. Now, I want to just enjoy this because these are the extra little things that she did that the normies don't quite go into, but she's a little more fastidious than the usual goddamn crazy person here. Look at the tilt on Bray's head to match the Stalin angle, and his little tiny hands just cross down to the bottom. Now that's hilarious. But if you go over to Matt Hardy, he's got the cigarette, he's got the cape. It's just the most wonderful thing I've ever seen. The most wonderful thing I've ever seen. And again, matched perfectly, but the head's just slightly enlarged, so they stick out. When you look, you're looking right at that. Good Christ. Yep. The cigarette makes me happy. The shawl makes me happy. It looks
Nice
natural
shawl.
as all get out.
Yeah.
Good Christ. Bray's happy to be there. Churchill also happy. All right,
Brother Nero.
look, dude.
I knew you were there.
Dude. Now, when this one got thrown out as an idea, I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we don't. Maybe that's a bit much. Okay, but whatever you do, maybe don't cover up Jesus. Nah, man. Go right for it. That's where Hardy's going. And you know what? Works. My favorite is Bray over on the one side there. Hands up like, I don't know, man. Maybe this is sacrilegious. Maybe me as the evil swamp cult leader have finally hit a point where it's gone too far. Nope. Jeff. Now she wanted to get that out quick because we could throw Senor Benjamin in there, maybe a Rebby, kids sitting on the table. Who knows? There definitely should have been some green beans in front of Jesus. But this is nitpicking after the fact. This was in the moment. She captured the moment because she's live editing as this is happening.
Yeah.
It was amazing. There's more. Oh, Christ Almighty!
This one, I don't know if you've seen any of the responses though. Somebody cropped out just Bray.
Yeah.
Said sexy as F Bray.
Oh, believe me. First of all, Matt's head on Thomas Jefferson. The hair works.
Yeah.
The hair works. The beauty of Bray. That hand on the hip, man.
Yes.
And look at my calves, baby. I'm an evil cult
Working
leader,
it.
but
Get it, girl.
if you actually look at the Declaration of Independence down there, everybody's all about John Hancock, right? Look right above that. You won't.
John Gordon. Nate, when are you going to call out Bray for stealing your late 90s look?
Shut up. I'm sorry. It's not my late 90s. I never had a
I didn't
hat
realize
that's
you were 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Late 90s at that.
I look good and
Yeah.
I don't work out. Not yet. I was going to wait till I get to 100. Good wait. Oh.
You need me to go back?
No.
I'm moving on.
Now, this is where she decided captions were the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Doc Brown.
Quick! Look at the picture of your brother.
He's disappearing.
He's being deleted.
What the hell is happening? At this point, she's fallen off the couch a couple times and had to strap in. You know how you say strap in? This is gonna be funny. The couch needed a seatbelt because God, just damn, dude, damn. Bray's eyes too. Just he's looking in wonder at a time machine.
Yeah.
They built a DeLorean out of a wrestling ring, Justin.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Good Christ.
He is good.
Okay, look. Look at this. Come on.
Which generation would this be? The
WOKEN.
WOKEN! generation.
Woken generation. Good Christ. Damn. Look, when they say transcending time and space,
Hey, they're both red shirts.
and well,
them.
I mean, of course, they're champions, Justin. I mean, they could wear gold, but that doesn't mean quite the same thing in the next generation. And if you look, I don't know if you notice, they're the Raw champions. The belts, red. If you look closely at those insignias, those are from Star Trek. That's all. Good God. Like, that's fantastic. Like, I was like, which head is she going to put it on? Is she going to put the little Geordie thing on? Nope. That's where he belongs, right there. It's okay. Now, this one that you have up here, Hagrid and Harry flying motorcycle dealio, right?
Okay.
Now,
I'll take your word for it.
now at this point, she's like, no, I need, she needed some creative satisfaction of her own. So she went rogue, Justin. And it's like,
We're going rogue!
You're woken, Hardy. Okay. Now, look closely at the size of Bray's head.
Yes.
It matches the giant Hagrid head, and the beard blended to perfection. And then I guess she decided, F Photoshop, I'm going in with some MS Paint and putting a goddamn lightning bolt on, lightning bolt and glasses on Hardy. His little hands, the little hands make me so happy. Famous, Justin.
Famous.
100,000 likes every. Okay. So, she needed this. As a Who fan, she needed this, and this is when she was about tired out. It's like, I think the creative energy is. I need one for me, and that was one for her.
Well,
You
the
will
Cyberman, of course, known for saying
it would be deleted. Delete.
delete.
The hands, perfection. The face on top of it, and the slight tilt,
Hey,
perfection.
I think that's all of them, right?
Yeah, and damn, dude.
There it is, stupid sexy Bray.
Oh,
Your
dear
meme got memed. That's how you know you made it.
Make sure to crop out the watermark, you dicks.
Yeah.
Whatever. She wasn't gonna put. I was like, get famous, would you? And look at this.
We're not gonna.
We're not gonna. Somebody, look. Somebody needs over. Ain't gonna be us, man.
Yeah, actually, people telling us to stop doing things.
Actively,
Yes.
like right now.
Yep.
Justin. She's famous now.
Yep. I'm surprised she's still talking to you.
She isn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was gonna happen anyway. I'm glad she got something out of that. It's cool. Nah, Ellie won't talk to us either. She's famous.
Yeah.
I don't know what brothering softly is, but she's doing it, I guess.
As we softly, brother.
I know exactly what it is. Stupid.
Speaking of the good brothers, it should be mentioned. I forgot to put this up front. On said Talking Shop Sober, they said that they would do a picnic for cheap. So I'm thinking we may need to like raise some funds and picnic me softly, brother. I think that would be fun. Hashtag
Oh.
WrestlePals, hashtag Talking Shop crossover edition.
Shh. You know what? If you said that yesterday, I'd be like, you're crazy. But we know famous people now, Justin.
Yes. I feel like Jennie can make that happen. Just send a couple tweets. Oh, well, we're about there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. We'll take a nice little break here, and we'll come back and we'll talk about some other things.
Grr, grr,
Yeah,
grr,
we gotta-
grr, 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 backlash, grr, backlash, bear hug.
Which one do we want? This one? Sure, this one. We'll do
I
this
don't,
one again.
I don't know what I want.
Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move. Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move. Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million move. Make it move, make it move, make it $1 million. Now everybody move, move. Now everybody move, move. Now everybody move, move. Now everybody move, move.
I bleed all the time. I don't care.
Wait is over.
You think this is over? Or we're just getting started, baby? Because I stay hype.
It's time for hashtag WrestlePals Hour 2.
Drink it in, man.
Woo! Hashtag WrestlePals Hour 2 getting started officially. Hey, man. You like what we're doing here? You can listen on iTunes, on Google Play, on hopefully Spotify. I don't think Spotify yet. I don't know when. They don't send you a, hey, we're not gonna. They don't send a, hey, we received your application. They don't send you a, okay, you're available. Yes, it's called an on switch.
I was just moving my mouth. I wasn't talking.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk now, though, that I've turned my mic on. You ever, like, send away UPCs for a toy as a kid? It'll take you 6 to 8 weeks, and then you forget about it, and then
Yeah.
it shows up? That's getting on Spotify. That's how you get it on Spotify.
Okay, well, we'll see
So
if
did you
that.
send the UPCs in?
Yes.
You send the check for $2.95 to cover shipping and handling?
Yes.
All right, should be fine then.
Okay, well, we'll see then. 6
They'll,
to 8 weeks.
they'll mail you a Spotify,
Oh.
and you'll be there.
You can also watch us on the YouTube.
Mhm.
You can watch us on Twitch.
Mhm.
You can watch us on Periscope. We're everywhere, man. Hashtag WrestlePals. You'll find us.
If there's one word to describe us, well, okay. There was two. There's about 7 words to describe us. That last one would be ubiquitous.
I think it's really ...
Mhm.
stupid,
Oh, well, that was number 1.
because we're stupid.
I mean, I know that. The world knows that.
They do indeed. Oh, man. Matt said the GMYD return was something, because I mentioned wanting to do something creative.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I also wanted to do something creative with wrestling as well.
Mm.
But yes, we should probably get GMYD back together. Just saying. Ready when everybody else is. That's all.
I technically never left.
All right, I want to catch up on the chat here because we missed a couple things. Let's see. Matt says, "I'm not famous. Still won't talk to you."
That's understandable. All right, then it's off. Everything's off.
Kevin Ludwig. I haven't plugged anything since plugging your mom.
Thanks for helping.
Oops.
Maybe.
Didn't mean to read that one. I
Sure
swear
you
there was other things in there. I guess I'm missing it. And Ellie says our picnic is going to happen. And speaking of the picnic, and speaking of hashtag commitment.
Oh God. Hold on. I don't have a lock screen.
I also have this one. I really, really like this picture. Hashtag commitment.
No, that's the closest I got.
No, that's
Squad.
Squad. I'm on
Squad
day
squad.
15, Nathan. Do you know how uncomfortable that makes me?
Let me just hold up my phone for pictures.
Oh, speaking of,
I could have just.
let's do one live. That was my squad picture today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the new hashtag. It's not so much. Oh, for Christ's sake, I'm in on this. Oh,
Squad live.
I'm blurry. That's just like.
Yeah,
Aw.
so it must be today's live video.
Cool. Thanks, dudes.
I wonder if it's the Shinsuke theme. So if you can't watch us on Facebook, you may have to go over to Twitter. Yeah, because WWE blocked us. So hopefully it doesn't get blocked elsewhere.
Before we can save it,
Yes.
and then get blocked every time we go to put it up. Cool.
Fun
Aw.
times. Yeah.
All sad.
There was lots of people in too.
Yeah.
Figures. I just need to put this out there that hey, we are live and I am taking selfies.
If you want to jump in on that, hashtag squad, don't know how the hell that happened. Justin's trying to love himself. Not like literally, he's not touching himself or anything. Though, I mean...
Hashtag Liv loves Justin.
No, she doesn't. But, you know, it's cool. You and that Carl dude apparently think so.
That ghoul?
Is he a ghoul?
I don't know.
Cool.
Liv loves Justin.
No.
Hashtag
Hashtag lies.
Liv squad.
Hashtag delusions.
Hashtag WrestlePals.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? Why would you not?
And okay. And there.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the air, live.
Hashtag squad.
Look, there's your story.
Selfie pictures of Jesus Christ. Pizza luggage. I'm trying to hate Liv Morgan.
You can't. It's not possible.
Well, I'm saying I tried.
Yeah.
I didn't say it worked.
Yeah.
I'm saying I tried.
She great. There's a reason why I'm in Liv.
What?
I said there's a reason why I'm in Liv.
Oh, I'm just going to wait till you take a drink and ask you questions.
I'm Liv struck, Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like a pickle?
I don't want your goddamn pickle. Sorry. I mean, no. And thank you for the... Are they hot? If I take one, am I going to have to steal more beer from the fridge? Are they hot? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
He's in-
snap.
Yeah, he's in a commercial. Okay.
Not an official sponsor.
Nobody is.
Would you like a pickle?
Are they hot?
What do you mean?
So, yes.
They're called Hottie Bites.
Okay. No, I can smell now, and my eyes are watering. So, no, I'm not going to put
Would
that
you
in my
guys
mouth.
like a pickle?
He's generous with his pickle. Plural. He's got two of them. Christ. Oh.
All right, so what was your GRR watching situation like?
Um,
Because it was at noon
I was
on a
go-
Friday.
I was going to watch it live, and then I was like, oh, no, I could actually watch this with other human beings that might be interested in watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So I held off for the 6 o'clock repeat, right?
Right.
And going to watch it live at 6. So other people watch it. I think, were you doing 6 as well, or are you guys just watching whenever?
All right, so I watched when it came on live. I watched Cena and Trips, and I watched the Cruiser match, and then I watched. I think that was where the first break was. So I watched all the way up to the SmackDown tag match because I wasn't sure. The plan was to work and then go over to hashtag WrestlePals Axe to watch the rest of the program. So, ooh. Hello. Okay, we got a report on this. This just in from Bleacher Report.
Oh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were just talking about garbage fans. Arya Davari was sent death threats after Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, good Lord.
WWE superstar Arya Davari said Tuesday that he received death threats stemming from his appearance at WWEGRR in Saudi Arabia. Davari tweeted the following statement regarding his role on the show. During an appearance this past Friday, I portrayed a fictional character and played the role of the antagonist, no different than what other actors would do in a movie or TV show. That character does not reflect my personal views, and I apologize to anyone that may have been offended by the skit. I have an incredible amount of respect for the great people of Iran, and I'm very proud of my Iranian heritage. Thank you. Sucks that he had to put that out. Then explained his decision to release the statement with this tweet. Unfortunately, some people took offense to this despite it being pure entertainment.
Right.
Some threats were made against my life. I wanted to put this statement out to clarify where I as a person stand compared to my TV character.
Well, I mean, somebody was doing up like live translations of what Davari was saying.
Right.
I don't feel he was doing anything really bad. Like, he was talking down to the individuals, like, you're nothing.
Right.
And very simple, very mild, very, very 80s. You know, at most, to be the equivalent, he might have said something along the lines of Saudi Arabia, hak tui. That's the equivalent of what he was saying. It's very basic, very simple, very easy. Your town stinks.
Yeah.
And cool. And it depends. You know, I'm actually curious and see where he's getting the most hate from. The people that don't understand that it's kind of a show, because I got a feeling it could just as easily be, hey, You're that dirty Iranian dude. I hate you.
Yeah.
Would have said that to anybody. If they had poor Faisal's, that was one of the 4 dudes, right? They had poor Faisal's Twitter. They would have sent the same death threats to him because he's different.
Yeah.
And Ginger's probably getting the same garbage. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
So I got to wonder where that hate's coming from. But
It's
it sucks that you have to address it. But there's a point where it's like, hey,
death threats, man. Come on.
hey, social media, stop it.
Death
Yeah, it was
threats.
just but then are those the
Oh,
same
just
people that are
kidding.
like, yeah, it's just a joke, man. It's just social media. It's not that big of a deal. That's where the garbage becomes necessarily not acknowledgeable, which stinks.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you saw Daivari making his. You had Arya Daivari, and then
And
his
Sean.
brother shows up and looks exactly like him. It's like, wow, look at the Daivari brothers. And also apparently first time in making appearances in a long time, Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
Cool, dude. I'm excited to see that back. Maybe we don't put the masks on the dudes this time. Like maybe take it easy a little bit, huh? Ease up there. Ease up.
Hey, look, the chat is working.
Amazing.
It's just the Facebook that doesn't. So Jenny and Matt migrated over to YouTube.
Okay.
Matt says, I bet those death threats came from Kevin Ludwig. And Jenny sounds like something he'd do. I assume that's in reference to Kevin Ludwig.
Happens.
And Ellie hopped over to Periscope. Crazy. Again's fans' remarks suck.
Yeah. But
Facebook
okay.
is stupid. Facebook, I don't know if you heard that part, Jenny, before you initially went to Twitch and now over to the YouTube machine.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook blocked us because, well, WWE blocked the video.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure if it's from using the Shinsuke theme or what.
I'm sorry.
But-
sorry we talked about you and
Yeah.
said you're great and wanted people to come and see your stuff.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We'll try not to be fans anymore.
GRR was this last Friday. So you said,
So you want to stream some Overwatch? Or just will they block us too? Sorry.
so as I was saying, I watched the first hour and some change
Okay.
at home live with, at noon. And the plan was I was going to work and then I was going to head over
Okay.
at, I was going to work at 6 and then head over around 7:30-ish,
All
whatever.
right, so you pick it
whatever
back
was.
up for the kind of live-ish repeat.
Right.
I don't know why that felt good though. That 6 p.m. repeat was felt live enough, which was fun and good. I don't know. I mean, I had the day off. I could have just watched it, but I was gonna watch it with some company, and
Yeah,
it was gonna be.
it's-
And you know what? Better as a result.
Wrestling is always better when you're watching it with somebody else.
And
Always.
I could not have taken 6 hours of that by myself, because I got to tell you, it's a long ass show, man.
Now, to put it out front, I see a lot of people, again, throwing garbage all over GRR as an event, saying, oh, it's a GD pay-per-view and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't a pay-per-view. Now, I can understand, again, we talked about this last week, what is it? What does WWE want out of it?
Right.
Because they gave it pay-per-view treatment,
Mhm.
with as far as promotion on the shows went. It was when you watch the show, they have all the pyro, and it definitely got pay-per-view treatment.
Mhm.
And
It got as close to hey, how do we do one of those Mania things? Let's do that. They put a ton of investment
and
into
it will
this.
be canon. Things that happened at GRR mattered as far as the show goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And we got a lot of what I was kind of expecting, which was here comes the Dusty finish,
Spectacles.
which is fine. Yeah, and it was but we also got stuff that we're not going to see anywhere. I love something being slightly randomish,
Mhm.
and I love that they used it to move along some storylines as well.
Yeah.
So it's not only served its purpose, it has a comfy fit. But it did feel kind of like they committed a little late.
They committed late.
A little late in the game to make it something canon, something important, something big.
Yeah.
But they were like, hey, all this cash is invested in. This could be something big. And it's part of that whole, what do they call it? Saudi Arabia 2030 initiative, where the new crown prince over there is like, hey, you know what's cool? Being cool. So they're moving towards it may sound archaic from a Western perspective, but women can drive cars. That's big. Children and women can attend a sporting event with men. That's huge. And people like to crap. I guess we're getting back into the political of it. I don't know if you wanted to go that direction.
Well, let's get that out in front
Okay.
before we actually talk about the video, because a lot of people are saying that WWE shouldn't be doing business with them because it's 2018 and everybody should be equal. And
Right.
on the one hand, I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment.
Yes.
As far as it's 2018, everybody should be equal. But the reality is that's not it. Think about 3-4 years ago here in the States, what women's wrestling was and what they were relegated to. I mean, they were still on a show, so like it's not this isn't apples
but
to apples.
You had whatever the one program was, and at some point there was going to be a bra and panties match, or there was going to be yelling and slapping, and probably a mud wrestling of some sort. And it's gonna, goddamn, we're getting a good housekeeping match with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Happens. It happens. But yeah, I mean, they're not where we are. We're not at the same place on the spectrum with
We
that.
just got here.
But if you want to make a change, what's the best way to do it? Scold people? Tell them they're bad? Or say, hey, now this is what we do. Maybe you want to be more like that?
Yeah.
Because I got to tell you, the big blowback initially was, no women's on the show? What? Don't support women's equality here? Is that what this is? Like you said, women's wrestling is just getting to a spot where it's like, you know what we don't have to do? Goddamn bra and panties matches.
Yeah.
We don't have to over-sexualize people. And now we can over-sexualize the men as well as the women. It's fun. Finn, like, loose your trunks, dude. What are you doing? At least the camera's a little higher now. It's a little uncomfortable. Beside the point.
Them abs, though.
Actually, he looks really comfortable. Looks far too comfortable. But how do you want to change the world, man? Do you want to force it? Because every time you try to force a change, you're met immediately with resistance on many fronts, and it's violent, and it's stalwart, and it changes slower as a result. And then you have to combat it at every turn until one side wins or loses, or there's a level of attrition to it. But WWE is going in there saying, okay, so we can't have women on the show. They made sure, and they didn't make a big deal about this. This is the beauty of, ever since they've had like the kind of, the concussion policy, the zero tolerance drug policy, and as far as it's not been a stated women's thing or women's equality policy, they made sure those girls get paydays, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I mean, it's not your fault, and we're not going to punish you for that. And we had this big event, and
Where we raised $500 million. We got paid $500 million to be here.
it was goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
You say no to $500 million.
no, all of a sudden you start trying to make requests happen. But what they did was they went in there and said, hi everybody, we're the WWE. This is our product. This is our show. We hope you like it. If you don't, if it's not for you, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But, watch and enjoy. If you like it, why don't you enjoy our other product?
Yeah.
Why don't you see about making the network available here? Why don't you see about subscribing and joining in? Why don't you get more eyes on the product? Oh, yeah, by the way, if you want to lead into it, this past week, main event on Raw, 10-woman match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I understand if that's not your thing, but it's available to you. And we're friendly, and we're not going to force our culture or our morality on you. We're just saying this is what we do.
Yeah.
And we're very glad. And this is, and the beauty of the scene of speech after the match was we respect and appreciate your hospitality so much. This is what we do, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all the more you have to say. And that will go so much further, so much farther, so much deeper than any "you need to be westernized" will ever. And you know what?
Shake my finger at you.
You've got younger generations over there that are like, yeah, this ain't. And the best reaction you're going to get isn't, we accept it and we want this and we're going to force it on our culture. No, you're going to get, hey, this ain't so bad. And then in another 5 years, it's like, hey, you know what? That's okay. And it might be, and this is the hard thing to accept as a human, when you have to embrace your morality and realize stuff ain't going to change overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't going to be here tomorrow. And no matter how much you bitch and cry about it, By all means, if you're passionate, bitch and cry about it. That's where you're at. That's what you need to do. It's cool. But realize you're not going to get that change in a generation. But 2 generations? 4 generations? 100 years from now? What's it going to be like?
Yeah. Like even just now, think about Parkland and those high schoolers. Like think about when you were in high school. Would you be doing what they're doing? Would you be out there marching? Would you be out there, trying to make a change? Would you be making political statements?
Marching band.
Well, yeah.
But
I mean, and that's just in America.
But the culture and the time and the situation has kind of forced that upon them.
Right.
And
because that's
the beauty of humanity is
time.
when stuff happens, the right people end up stepping up. It's a weird. You have to step back and take a long-term view on history and where things fall in time. It's like, cool, you know what? I get what they're saying, and they believe it, and they're wholehearted about it, and they marched on their state capitol, and they were disheartened immediately. Well, enough of them are not going to be disheartened, or they may have changed enough minds to have a bit of a change, or at least move the conversation in a new direction and have a new perspective on it. And is it going to change? Are things going to change overnight? No. Are they going to change? Maybe, maybe not. But that's a level of consciousness that is part of the collective consciousness now. And even if it doesn't move it what someone thinks is forward, it's going to move it some way and influence it. That influence is there. If you believe something, yeah, by all means, stand up, yell, scream. But I hope you're not looking for change overnight, and don't get that disheartened that quickly, because guess what? You don't get to have that change.
Yeah.
You kids do, or those kids do, or 100 years from now, and you'll never get to see it. You'll never get to see it, and that's the frustrating thing about existing. Sorry, but you know what? We get to enjoy what people 100 years fought for. The goddamn American Revolution wasn't that long ago, dude.
Really wasn't. No. Desegregation was not that long ago.
Tolerated slavery wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of things, it's a drip, dude. A couple generations ago, we had a civil war, man.
Yeah.
How long ago? 1860s?
Not that long.
Was that 150 years ago? 150 years ago. So where was life 200 years ago? And everything moves exponentially faster. And it's not going to look like that in 100 years. When they look back, we're going to be archaic monsters. We really are. But we try to be better than we were yesterday.
Yeah.
And then the kids tomorrow will be better than they were then. And that's part of I feel like the WWE is capturing that perfectly. This is who we are. We're not monsters. We're just presenting ourselves like this. We hope you like it. If it's not for you, we understand. And we're going to try to be as respectful as we can to you. And I swear that moves the ball far more than yelling and the wagging of fingers ever will. Then the Saudi Arabia 2030 initiative, what an amazing thought. We would have never even had a discussion like that.
Yeah.
10 years ago. Never even would have been a thought. And you know what? Maybe come 2030, they'll be where we think we were in 1965.
That's what Matt says here. But if they watch the package, it was actually in support of the new royal initiative to be more open and moving towards being part of the world. Apparently, Periscope isn't working great. Matt, I thought the Saudi package they ran during the show was very moving.
Yes, very much so.
Just look at what was going with Korea. It took 60 years for peace.
And how did that end up happening? Hey, dude, how you doing? I'm cool. How are you?
Yeah.
Good. I hope you're doing fine. I am. How are you? It could be better. All right. That's it. That's all the more it takes to have a change. All the more it takes to have a reconciliation is just two people agreeing to have a reconciliation or agreeing not to be garbage to each other. And it's so weird. And I think that's a thing we're moving away from as a culture is the steadfast in being garbage, which is weird. I'm sorry, the greatest generation, but every next generation ends up being a great generation comparatively in the scope of history. Granted, you did stuff that was hard to do, but man, it's just, let me just take the greatest generation out of peg. Cool. What am I doing? Comparing myself. I'm a groundbreaker. I'm a leader. Just I'm brave. Nah. Nah. But there's more of us now, and there's enough people moving things along a little bit. Whether it's a hardcore passion, whether it's openness.
Whether it's hardcore matches.
Mm-hmm. 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 That may have been my favorite of the Bray Wyatt ones. Of the leaders.
Those are the
of
ones
worlds.
that were
the
on the show last
the one that was on the moon.
Yeah.
That one. Fantastic.
Okay. So
Sorry. It's GRR.
so
2030.
GRR. And that was some of the backlash because they're going back in November apparently. So
Backlash. Look at that foreshadowing.
Hey-o.
Yeah, and to another stadium, potentially bigger. And you know what? They're going to learn from those production things. And it's going to be better.
now the event itself,
That's good. Sorry.
the event itself was a blast.
It was.
Like again, I had fun watching the show with Zach. Like
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't seen him in a long time. Just watching the matches, the crowd not being garbage, like all that just
Yeah.
fed into just a really fun night of wrestling. None of the matches were out of this world amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They were all, if I had to put stars to them, three or better,
Serviceable.
serviceable.
Go. It was a good show.
Now,
The
Ellie,
importance was a good show.
we said last week, and Ellie reiterated this week that this was basically a live event that was televised.
Right.
Was essentially what it was. I mean, it has all the bells and whistles of a pay-per-view,
Mhm.
but it wasn't a pay-per-view.
Right.
You could only get it. It was a network exclusive.
Mhm.
I don't understand people's hold up on some of these results. Like, you wouldn't see many title changes at a live event, right?
Right.
It happens occasionally, just to stir the pot.
Yeah, because that's the beauty of it is they allow you to think that it's going to,
Mm-hmm.
and there may even be chicanery because the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar thing is that perfect level of chicanery. It's
Mhm.
like, oh no, let's steer into it
Perfected.
because they want you to believe that it can happen,
Mm-hmm.
and if you go along with it and you believe it and you roll with it, man, you'll have a way better time because they're doing everything they can to make you believe, and then it doesn't happen. Oh well, but then every once in a while it does.
What's funny is you see a lot of people saying Roman should be Universal Champion.
Mm-hmm. Chicanery.
You don't like him, but you're saying he should be Universal Champion because he won.
They got you thinking that way, some way, somehow. It's
You-
almost as if they understand that there's different ways to motivate and manipulate.
You may still be booing him in
Mhm.
arenas.
He
But
won
you-
that goddamn match. Justin, did you see it? His feet touched the ground.
I mean,
Brock's back touched for. And they even had what's his name? Mike Patton.
from
Chad
Faith No More?
Patton. From who?
From Faith No More?
Yeah. God damn it! They've infected my head. But I'm blaming Peter more for that. Though you had a hand in it too. God damn it. Chad Patton, the referee for that match, came out on Twitter and was like, I believe I may have made a mistake and I'm sorry, but I had to go with what I thought at the time, and I saw Brock go through first and blah 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 blah. And then you get the whole NFL the whole sports thing is like, well, is his hand considered part of the ball? So if that breaks the plane, does that count as a?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, we don't get dumb replays in wrestling. You know what we get? Rematches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not that one, but it's in your head.
Yeah.
Roman beat him, dude. Roman's the underground champion of the universe.
So I guess we'll start there since we already kind of talked about it.
Hmm?
I mean, this was the least exciting match. It was kind of more of Roman getting tossed around.
Well, you know what the beauty of it was? I think it was far better than the Mania match, despite the blood. I thought there was more happening there. Roman got some offense in, and you know what? It looked good.
You know what he did?
He looked good as a caged animal.
You know what he did?
What?
1, 2, step back, cock, 3.
Step back. What?
Remember when we said a couple weeks ago?
Uh-huh.
I bought it.
That's a finisher that's multiples, and it'll be good.
Yeah.
And it was. It looked good in that cage too. As he looked like he didn't look like he was running around a ring. He looked like he was bouncing around a cage,
Mm-hmm.
and that made it much better. Made the spears look better too. Spears are spears.
Spears are spears.
But we had some crazy stuff. Roman would have won if it weren't for that damn Paul Heyman slamming that door on him.
Yeah.
Beautiful. First of all, I hate doors. I hate the damn doors. But whatever. They made it work. They made it work for what they needed. And scariest thing I've ever seen. Brock Lesnar climbing a cage. Don't do that. Because, I mean, my thoughts are like, I remember that shooting star press. Oh, my God, for the love of God, please do not try to do a shooting star press. Don't jump off the top of the cage. Please, Mr. Lesnar. Don't do that. Didn't, thank God.
Thank goodness. I don't think we'll ever see him try that shooting star press.
Oh,
again.
I'd be done.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'd be dead. Sorry. Misspoke.
So Brock gets speared through the cage. People griping about, man, I hate that I spend so much time with what people are griping about. But it's just weird what they pull out. They saw like the
clips?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder why that broke. Come on, man. Like, you literally suspend zero disbelief. You're watching professional wrestling. Like, come on.
How real do you want it? Do you want absolute realism? Because it's called UFC. And you know what? I hate to say this. I don't like UFC.
I don't either. It's too real.
Yeah. Do you want gladiatorial combat where one of those competitors is dead every week?
Oof.
No. Like, we have these amazing characters. We get to be invested in them. And I'm sorry, these are some of the parts of it. And also, shut up.
Yes. Please shut up.
Or, you know what? Keep reacting. React negatively. And make sure to throw the tags in there.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag WWE, hashtag WWEGRR, hashtag WrestlePals. Throw them all in there.
Yes.
All of those. WrestlePals, hashtag WrestlePals.
That means I have to see it.
This is fine.
Most of the time I...
Did you see that? You want negativity seen by this guy? You can put it right in front of his face. You just scroll. You'll be fine.
No one says this shit about Broadway shows. It's true. Broadway shows get away with murder.
I don't know, dude. I had to see.
Cats?
I feel pretentious
Meow.
saying. Saying Les Mis on Broadway. And he got to the intermission, and he's like, "Oh, cool. Wait, there's more? Shit! Christ Almighty!"
Did you tweet about it?
No, I didn't.
Send out hashtags?
'Cause Twitter didn't exist back then.
No. Would you have? Les Mis, they should call it I'm Miserable.
It was fine. It was fine.
Hashtag I'm Miserable.
I didn't know the music. I'm sure I would have liked it better if I did, but I've gone back and tried and been like, same for me. I like the set design. It was fun.
Okay.
They had a big twirly round table thingy, so people would walk while the thing was moving. So they'd be walking, but they wouldn't be moving, and it was amazing to me. And I was like, "That's cool." Oh shit! They're singing again. Your Broadway show.
So
Yeah, don't boo on Broadway, you dicks.
Brock sneaks out with the title.
Yep, sneaks out, and he looked like a scalded villain doing so.
I also don't know what the Universal Championship plans are now. I mean, obviously this finish suggests rematch, but Backlash is next week, no rematch.
Right.
So maybe the next one, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it could be the part of the developing of the Roman character. You know what he doesn't need? Title.
Right, yeah.
He's going in with Joe, and you know what? Oh man, this is gonna be great. Does he need a title? Nope. Did Joe need that Intercontinental title going in this? Nope. We want to see Joe whip Roman's ass.
Yeah.
And you know what? Roman's gonna whip his ass back. It's gonna be great.
The best thing that
Two
could happen...
dinosaurs just running into each other. Fire.
The best thing that could happen to Roman here is a loss. And I mean, I said that going into GERR. The best thing that could happen to him is a loss. There's more story to tell with Roman losses right now
Yeah.
than Roman wins.
Just the same thing we were getting out of the Cena stuff. The desperation of Cena.
And again, it's the same story, but I'm curious because Cena would take it one way, Roman Reigns would take it another, and I'd like to see what Roman does in that. You mentioned him looking like a caged animal.
Yeah.
You know, what does a caged Roman Reigns look like?
Backed into a corner, ready to fight.
And I mean, could that be what he needs to get over, even though he already is?
Yeah, I mean the moveset and the action, it's all there. It's just. But that being said, what's the first match I gravitated to and started talking about? That one, because of chicanery. They find a way to make you interested in it. It's gonna be great. He's gonna be the uncrowned king, and you know, Joe gets to beat his ass and be like, "Yeah, I beat him." What?
Oh, here's
what's up.
Okay, so Ellie says supposedly Braun and Roman will be the only ones working Brock, which is whatevs, but Finn still never got his rematch, but the company doesn't want Brock versus Balor, apparently. I mean, again, you never know. I mean, I assume so because they wouldn't give us Brock and Bryan
Right.
Whenever Bryan was champ, I wanted that badly. I thought there's a great story to tell there. Balor is much smaller than Brock, so I believe that. But I'll never buy that 100% unless they come out and say, yeah, that's not happening, which they won't.
Well, they never will. That's the beauty of it, because you get to say, "Oh man, I really wish that would happen," but they're never going to let it happen. If it does, you get excited. If it doesn't, you're like, "I told you."
Yeah.
Look at the political machinations going on here.
More reasons to cheer for Balor.
Or
that.
whoever's going up against Brock. Maybe you want to know if Brock, so Balor gets a chance.
Yeah.
Because you'll see Balor Reigns.
Yeah, you will.
You'd see Balor Braun, perhaps.
Yeah.
I could see. Sorry, I just picture Balor riding on Fale's shoulders, or Bad Luck Fale shoulders. Not the. I said Fale.
Here's something I forgot to bring up earlier. Matt, the audience chanting, "This is awesome" during memories. This is awesome is a chant that I think I don't like anymore.
Yeah, it finally got to you.
I mean, I don't mind so much in multi-man matches, even though that's where it kind of drew the line for me.
Really?
Yeah.
How about, let's say, that NXT ladder match where everybody's laid out on the ground? Is that a good place for it, or
I think,
or is that where?
That's where it hit me. That's where I feel like I'm done with it. But I feel like that's, pulling back from it, I think that's appropriate because it's multi-man matches don't have much story.
Well, I find that the beauty of it in that spot is when everybody's laid out, that's the opportunity for it to be about the crowd.
Right.
Because technically, you're watching 6 dudes lay down, or if they've gotten such a beating that even 2 dudes are just laid out, but they've given everything, and that's the story. They've given everything so much that they've both collapsed. Neither one of them can capitalize on it, and that's when you get that sort of thing, and the crowd gets to make it about themselves, and they get to build that energy while the suspense is. The suspense leaves the ring and goes out to the audience as they build up to the slow standing up and then the trading of blows. And then, the fire's back. It's amazing. They get to hold on to that fire. They get to be the embers of that fire and then put it back into the ring once they come back. And that could be a spot where it's good. But, yeah, it's like for everything. Now, you know what? I want one, but they look like they're hot, and I don't have a drink. Are they hot?
Now, Ellie points out it gets overused.
It does.
And that's the problem, to your point, is where it gets used. Now, I think you're right. In those spots where it is suspenseful, people are laid out. Okay, yeah, I get that. But when somebody does a spot, is I think where I have the problem with it. The biggest thing with a "This is awesome" chant is when you're watching wrestling, cheer the protagonist, boo the antagonist. What is a "This is awesome" chant? You're not leaning either way.
Right.
You know everything.
You're cheering the action at that point, potentially.
Which isn't always a problem, especially if it's 2 good guys.
Ooh. Or do you object to it more when it's good versus evil? Or do you like it more when it's good versus good and it's just straight competition? I got to tell you, those end up being some of my favorite matches. It's really hot. When it's face versus face or even heel versus heel. Those end up being some of my favorite things. And maybe that's a better place for that, when we can appreciate the action. Or when 2 devious bastards are being devious bastards. And apparently they just had a Marty Scurll versus Pete Dunne match. And they both cheated.
Of course they
And
did.
they got disqualified for like a dusty finish, but then they both low-blowed the ref at the same time. I don't know, man. I got a feeling that might be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that might be a good place for it. How do you feel about that? Would that be a healthy spot? When it's cheering the action, when you can appreciate the competition between 2 individuals that aren't diametrically opposed and out there for a blood feud.
I don't know, man.
Or is it too much the audience making it about themselves?
I honestly just feel like...
I just want your psychology on it.
I just honestly feel like this is why wrestling is where it is. Why people boo Cena, why people boo Roman.
Right.
You don't boo the heels anymore. You don't it's why there's no real heels anymore, because they can't get booed. If they do bad things, they get cheered.
Yeah.
Owens isn't a real heel. Like, he is, his mic work is heel, but his in
He's
ring work is not.
beloved.
Yeah, his
He is
in ring work is
beloved.
not. He's got a lot of high spots, a lot of stuff that is crowd appealing,
Yeah.
or appeasing.
Ginger fills that role by not really giving a lot of what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I also find that amazing because this is again one of those other things where it's like you can do more with. And I think weirdly.
Was that the pickle?
Yes, pickle dude. I'm sorry, everybody. Professional. I feel that's something that especially film can learn, and to an extent comedy can learn. Sometimes you can do a hell of a lot more with a lot less.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes space is your friend. Sometimes space gets out of the way of the big moments. Sometimes that sits there and allows for impact to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. Good. I think example of this is look at the pacing of the opening match of the WWEGRR.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H, John Cena.
Two professionals.
Mm-hmm. No real reason to hate each other. No real reason to be after each other. Both, not just faces, but faces of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And either could be equally cheered or booed, depending on the mood, the time, or whatever the hell's happening.
Grizzled vets.
Grizzled vets. Two dads fighting.
Mm-hmm. Two dads fighting, uh-huh.
Is that really it?
Mhm.
Okay. It's hot. What are you doing? You don't have a drink. What's wrong with you? But that pace of that versus the pace of the Cruiserweight, which was like right after it.
Mm-hmm.
That was them doing more technically with less.
Yeah.
That long, just stand up slow, amble over to the other one kind of thing.
Wrestling.
Yeah. Versus cruiserweights killing themselves. Now, I prefer the more cruiserweight style. I like hot action happening all the time. But I feel like we may have been spoiled as a result. And I think you're more likely to get a "This is awesome" chant for something just trading punches back and forth, and then they both collapse for Triple H and John Cena, versus there's a Spanish fly off the top rope in the cruiserweight match, and like, what the
Jeez.
hell was that?
Number one, why is the Spanish fly becoming a thing again? Like, everybody's doing Spanish fly.
It's
like everybody.
Charlotte did one,
Charlotte did one.
which, by the way, well done.
Kalisto's in that cruiser match, like off the top rope, like he bounced down on the top rope first and then came up Spanish fly.
Dude.
What?
Why? Like, cool, man. Did you see what John Cena and Triple H just did? You can just punch. It's cool. Nah, dude. Nah, we're going to give you something different. Both awesome in their own ways, but I feel like that might be the place for a chant such as that. Are there other what other chants? Like, are there any other ones that?
You deserve it. Everybody gets a "you deserve it" now. Everybody
Yeah.
for everything.
You're back from like 7 months.
You deserve it.
Okay, deserve what? Though I gotta ask, when Ciampa got powerbombed onto the concrete.
Again, we
It was-
talked about this when it happened.
was an ironic "you deserve it," but how did you feel about that one?
That's yes, because that is a direct result of the story that they've been telling.
Okay,
Ciampa was being an asshole to Gargano.
still is.
He got his comeuppance.
I believe you mean Tommy Entertainment.
No, I don't. And I'll never say that to the man we dare not at. We dare not mention.
I'm tag him right now.
No, you don't do that.
I
We
don't
never at him because he will at the Nate Project. Only he'll spell it
spell
out.
A-hole. It's wonderful. He's making you work to hate him.
The good guy won, by the way, in Infinity.
Shut up. Shut up. Like, I feel it's still too soon for us to even say anything.
I haven't seen it yet, so yeah.
But Tommaso Ciampa, ever the heel, decides to just half-ass do an Infinity War spoiler. Well done.
Yeah.
Good job. Like, I'm impressed. I also can't say anything anymore because I feel like a bad guy.
Yeah. But
You deserve it. You were fine with that chant.
yes, because like I said, it's a direct result of the storyline.
Did you like it because it was ironic? Because it's usually, hey, you've been given some accolade or you won a title after a long whatever.
Or you're
you're
Roman
returning
Reigns and
from
you
a-
got the hell beat out of you by Brock. Like that's the
That's
exact
not good
opposite.
irony. That's the garbage irony.
Right.
That's the one more time
Yeah.
of the
Yes,
Indies.
it is.
Hmm.
Again, that was a perfect spot for You Deserve It. I don't care if they meant it ironically or not. He did deserve it. The way he was treating Gargano, yes, he did deserve to get powerbombed on the cement.
Oh God.
I mean, character-wise, like if there was chance during Walking Dead when the governor gets killed in like season 4, that's a
What?
that's a you deserve it chant.
God damn it, Justin.
That's your fault for being like 6 years behind.
Yeah, well, cool. The Infinity War comic was what, 25, 30 years old? Guess what?
Yeah.
Read.
I can't. I never learned how.
I'll work with you. Son. Wow, those signs must be really confusing then.
Just saying, that goes back to that conversation from last hour that just, come on, man. Anywho.
Any other chance that get on your nerve, or the ones that you like?
No, not really.
You know who's fun for chanting? And I don't know if it's good or bad, but I like the level of involvement. They're ones that I feel really have gone or went out of their way to try to involve the fans. The ROH chants. ROH shows are some not as much anymore but like the those early 2000 ones were just the freaking place to be. Daniel Bryan coming out there, like complicated ass chants. You're gonna get your effing head kicked in.
Yeah.
And then the pounding on the railing. Da 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 da. That's complicated as all hell. And you know what? It felt like it was loving of Daniel Bryan, and he was going to kick their effing head in.
You know what ones I miss? I miss Bailey's gonna hug you.
It's great.
Joe is gonna kill you.
That was good too. That's got to be coming back.
Yeah. Asuka's gonna kill you when she came over. Asuka City also. Sasha's Ratchet.
I missed that one too.
I missed that one so
But you know
bad.
what? As we get the development of the Bailey Sasha thing, I hope Sasha goes heelish.
I know.
She's an amazing, just shitty person. It's wonderful.
And I mean,
Where else can I say that other than wrestling?
I honestly feel like that
I want to boo her.
elevates Bailey more than Bailey going heel. Whatever, man. What do I know? It's 50.
Here's what you do know. You're gonna watch,
Yeah, I'll
and
watch.
you're gonna like it,
Whichever way they do
and
it.
you're gonna have commentary one way or the other. You're either gonna like it or you're gonna have ideas, and it's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you talk, and then we're gonna come here. We're gonna babble about shit, and all of a sudden 2 hours are gonna disappear.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
We've done a match and a half, really. I mean, there's not. It was a fun card.
Do you want my favorite chant of all time?
Sure.
Let's go, Chuck Taylor. You're the best wrestler in the world. You're in way better shape than Tyler Black.
Such a good one that you had to read it.
Because he did that. Chuck Taylor tried to start his own chant while he's having a match with Tyler Black. Tries to start his own chant. You're the best. Trying to get the crowd in. And he's purposely made it complicated. Then like,
'Cause he's a bad guy.
and then like a little while later, he's at a different show.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn crowd does that chant. And it was the most amazing thing. And you could just see him smile like, okay, you guys are all right. Thank you.
So just, I guess,
Okay.
real takeaways from GRR.
Go.
Number one, the new theme for Shinsuke, he's finally clicked.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
dialed in.
Can he
he's-
go heel? I don't know if he can. Yeah, he can. That's what he was originally in Japan. You know what? What a for lack of a better term, what a shit.
Hashtag WrestlePals Zach said it best. I just need the crown from him when he wore the crown. Maybe after he actually gets crowned, maybe after he wins the championship, he starts rocking the crown. He's dialed in. Like with the new theme, like he's completely connected. And the promos, like there isn't much. Less is more. Less is more. And he's just so dialed in. He's that one match away from there he is. So and I like this match over the WrestleMania match just because Shinsuke was there more.
Yeah, and you know what? I as much as you hate a count out finish because he's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like you've never counted that fast for the rest of the goddamn shit. But I get it. I was like, they're not gonna, are they? And then they did.
See what's happening Tuesday though?
What happened
tonight?
Tuesday? What's happening? What's up?
So AJ attacked Nakamura after the double countout. was
Right,
over.
viciously.
Viciously. So the the pitch for tonight is Nakamura is demanding an apology from AJ. So that'll be fun.
Oh God!
And they have round 3 next Sunday at Backlash. So maybe they pull the trigger. Nakamura finally wins the championship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that top of that, the top of the card at SmackDown, so beautiful.
I gotta tell you, I hope that's the headline match. I hope that's the main event match.
I mean, you have no Universal Championship,
Mm-hmm.
so and there's nothing.
You're gonna put Romans and Joe on with just a blood feud as the main? Please no. That would be bad for Roman. That would be bad for Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It would be amazing for Nakamura and Styles.
And I think that's
The
way
king
to
of
go.
Backlash, AJ Styles.
Yes. What else to go over?
Okay, do you want a quick preview for the Backlash card? Not a whole lot to it, but
Well, just a couple
Oh, yeah,
things.
I'm sorry.
The
Yeah,
actual
still-
Royal Rumble itself
Oh my
was
God.
a blast.
It was.
You had
the full entrances, which were fantastic.
you also had this,
Okay.
which is the greatest thing to ever happen.
Have you heard the story with that? Why you saw it so much? First of all, by the time the Rumble starts gearing up, Corey Graves, Michael Cole didn't give a shit
No,
anymore.
they
And
didn't.
you know what? Funnest stuff I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Because I read his name off the sign, you goof. That's the best. How'd you know who it was? Duh, dumbass. And that's just, and you know what? They're dynamic. It felt like friends goofing off, and it
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
Because this Rumble didn't have ramifications a whole lot, but they got to have fun with it as a result. And so Titus trips. Thank God they didn't have the LED screen there.
Mhm.
And he just goes right into the ring, except for his dirty little feet,
Yeah.
just kicking. They tried to justify it later. They saw Hornswoggle do it,
Yeah.
so he was going to do it too. I almost wish he disappeared. The fact that it's right into the word greatest. Yep. They already made shirts for it.
Titus was a fall down man.
Well, they had the shirts that Titus World Slide with just his feet sticking out from under a ring. Jesus Christ. And apparently, at this point, I guess Vince McMahon a little punchy too.
Yeah.
He's there with their production truck. He's like, "Oh,
Show it again."
play it again." And when Titus comes to the back, hugging him, congratulating him, thank you for the greatest moment ever. Thank you, Titus. This is from like when Titus got suspended
Yeah.
for daring to touch Vince McMahon at one point. Now Vince McMahon's like, "You're the best." It's just like,
Other fun stuff from the Greatest Royal Rumble, Hornswoggle. That was unbelievably fun.
I had to explain Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Well, it's Vince McMahon's bastard son. It was probably going to be Ken Anderson, but then they decided they didn't have faith, so then the limo blew up. So don't worry about it. Don't think too much.
Don't think, but
Why is he dirty? He comes that way, I guess.
Elias was pretty great. He had a really good appearance.
It's best.
Daniel Bryan in for 70 minutes, 70 something minutes.
Yeah, an hour 16.
Woo!
Roderick Strong
Did you see
killing.
his chest?
Apparently that was Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Ooh, Roderick Strong coming out with the backbreakers all over
He
the place.
looked amazing.
Yeah,
He
dude.
looked amazing.
Coming out to the shock to the system music too.
Mm-hmm.
Fits good.
Tucker Knight strangely
Tucker Knight
being
was
there.
great.
Did you see the fake Yokozuna? Because they couldn't get real Yokozuna because he's dead.
Well, yeah, those were the
Fake Yokozuna was one of my guys. We were playing the Royal Rumble game. He comes out. I'm like, who's this? What is this guy?
That's the best.
Guys, what was his name? Abatunde or whatever?
Babatunde.
Guys, what's a Babatunde? That was one of my guys too.
Mhm.
It's like, what? Why did I get this guy?
Or
But I
what's
did
his
get
name?
Elias.
Dan Matha.
See, I know who that guy
No,
is.
you do.
But I also don't understand why he was there.
I don't, but you know what? Cool,
It's a
man.
big dude.
Cool. Absolutely cool. I dug it. Yeah, apparently the 3 requests for the show. Look, we want The Undertaker.
Okay, dead guy.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
He dead.
I want Yokozuna. Ooh,
Dead guy.
we can. Christ almighty. And we want the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, dead guy.
Okay. One of those dead guys we can do.
The other two
I
are
got some ideas.
dead.
Let me.
Nothing we can do about the Warrior. I guess Mojo's close.
Oh, for God's sake. Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
They won.
Yeah.
They won the tag championships.
Mhm. Bludgeon Brothers look amazing.
Like a destruction of the Usos, like we thought.
And Usos can take a step back or do whatever now.
Yeah.
Run their ass over to Raw.
Braun wins the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Fantastic.
Uh,
And you know what? He looked like a. Sorry, man. He looked like '80s Hogan to me.
yeah.
like the glad handing and being bigger than life and being a big dumb happy guy, and it was great. With a big green belt, that's cool. I'm glad you didn't try to pick up the trophy. That trophy looked a little fragile.
Yeah.
Just leave it. I got a belt. I can hoist this. Yay!
Chan drew Braun,
Good for him.
and me and Chandler were like neck and neck, and then Braun comes out and like eliminates like everybody and runs away with it. He was defending the honor of the Black Panther Cup. I don't know if you saw the picture, but Chris at the beginning says, so we're playing for the Black Panther Cup. The winner of the Rumble game tonight gets the Black Panther Cup.
Okay.
And Chan goes, nah, don't give that away. And guess who wins?
So he had to fight
With
for
bronze.
that honor.
Yeah.
and get it back. Very good.
I don't know what the deal with the championship belt is.
Kofi did a Kofi thing,
Yes, Kofi did a Kofi. Somebody else did a Kofi
but
thing.
Xavier was doing a lot of that Kofi thing for Kofi.
Yes.
I did not think that was gonna work. But then was he like? Who was it that was like pulling the fingers, pulling Xavier's fingers off?
Was it Nice
Maybe
or Gulak? I
doesn't
don't know.
even
Who
matter.
were both there, by the way, which was great.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
The event was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the Greatest Royal Rumble match itself was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the most fun times I've had watching a Royal Rumble. It was just fun.
I gotta tell you, do you look? I love the Royal Rumble as it's the kickoff for WrestleMania. They made that mean something.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like this to be a yearly event?
I mean, maybe if they find a different place for it, like not right after WrestleMania. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, but after Mania is like because the other Royal Rumble is the beginning of the lead into Mania.
Mm-hmm.
I almost kind of like it. It's like, hey, this is throwaway. Hey, we get to show off everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Or it could be a second place for we don't have to debut people right on the Raw after Mania, right on the SmackDown after Mania. Or we do a little bit of the shake-up. We can save some debuts for this. Like, oh, shit, Dan Mathis here.
Yeah.
Baba Tunde.
Guys, what's a Baba Tunde? Why did I get that guy? And the fake Yokozuna. They were wasted numbers.
Lucky you. Lucky
I mean,
you.
I got the 1 point for each of them being surprises.
Oh, his surprises, all right.
And that was it.
Good stuff.
All right, so we're about there. Maybe
Yeah, I know.
maybe quickly run down Backlash.
Backlash card. We got Strowman and Lashley versus Owens and Zayn. Hey, bad guys get some comeuppance. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Interesting.
The Greatest Royal Rumble made me care about it, so I'm excited for that.
Yep.
We getting Carmella versus Charlotte for the title. Carmella is better than she's ever been.
Yep.
I can't wait to see her with somebody that can really. It's gonna be good. Nia,
Charlotte's gonna make her look amazing.
and it's probably gonna be a screw finish, but it's gonna be great. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Bully Championship. The moments of bliss are the best thing that's happening. The fact that she can keep a straight face with
Yeah.
a turkey leg in each hand.
I just want to see her get beat up. It's great.
Rollins versus The Miz for the IC title.
Rollins has to retain, right?
I think so. AJ versus Nakamura for the WWE Championship.
I hope Nakamura wins.
And Reigns versus Joe.
There we go.
That's going to be a fun show, man.
Yeah.
Backlash, always a good show every year.
Yeah.
Something about it. That's when they take like that, not a break, but a little bit of a breath after Mania. And you get the Raw and stuff. And then it's like, okay, settle in, everybody. And then Backlash is like, boom, we're right back into gear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be a fun show.
So we're going to do this since we forgot it last week. We remembered what it was.
Oh, do you have one?
We're going to do last week's because we didn't do it last
Okay,
week.
go ahead, do last week's.
It looks like Enzo may be retiring.
Threw some Jordans over a power line and tagged the WWE on the picture and erased all
been
of his
real.
other social media stuff and
It's been real, and that
changed
was
his name to Thank You.
yeah. You know, the rumor mill was saying that he'd been exonerated, and like for a month. I haven't brought it to the
Yeah.
show because I've been trying to dig up proof of that. There's none.
Yeah.
Other than the girl deleted her social media,
Mhm.
and it's like, okay, well,
That's not court of law, dude.
yeah, that's not at all.
So I mean, if hey, if he did do something, hopefully justice served. If he didn't, wrestling is weirdly forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Rose was booked somewhere right now. But
I think he's retiring for real, though. But you're right.
yeah, well, that's the way wrestling is. Wrestling is never quite done with you. There's usually always somewhere.
It's just when are you done?
Right.
And last thing before we go, Happy Rusev Day! Somehow this always ends up like the picture for the week.
It's weird. I mean, we asked them to send us a different one every day, and they send the same one. Or every Rusev Day. But you know what? Now it's become a holiday tradition.
Yes.
I'm kind of into it.
Yep.
Rusev making The Undertaker look amazing.
Yeah.
English, getting some stuff into.
Both of them getting thrown into the casket. I love it.
Fun.
I mean, this was an important match for Rusev, if you ask me. Like, he didn't go out there and have a stinker or just a match that is, whatever. You know, it was...
Prove that he could do. Prove that he can go.
Prove that you can work with a legend.
Yeah.
And he did.
And you're trusted enough to do so.
Yeah.
Also, last one more thing. Get ready to punish yourself, because not only did we get WCW Saturday night, you got Sunday Night Heat. So
garbage.
You're gonna get your $9.99. That's all.
Yeah.
Poor Justin. Poor Justin.
Well, if it's self-imposed.
Yeah, it's called suicide. Don't do it.
Hey-o.
Sorry.
They're telling us we have to go.
You gotta let it hit.
Do they?
There we go. And we're pulled down from all our feet. Cool. Hey, everybody, hashtag WrestlePals. You want to get in touch with the show. Twitter's been active. I don't know what the hell happened. All of our friends got famous on it, so we're going to try too. WrestlePals VA on Twitter, or put hashtag WrestlePals on anything, and he will find it.
I will.
Even if it's negative, he'll find it. Even if it's just the word negative, hashtag WrestlePals, he'll find it and see it.
That's right.
It's amazing. Now, but if you want to get in touch with him individually, I'd understand. Look at him. He's a handsome man. You want to reach out to him. Your name's Liv Morgan. You want to say hi to him. Tell him that he is the greatest, and you think so. At the Hulkster on Twitter. Tell him he's great. You know why? Because he's great. That's all.
I am pretty great, though.
I mean, we know that you know it, but you know what? It helps him to hear it.
Yes.
Do your part.
Best ever.
And if you want to talk to me, stop. At the Nate Project on Twitter. Don't go there. Don't message.
Too late. I already tweeted you.
Yeah, as did everyone else. It's almost as if you're purposely doing exact opposite of what I said. Don't tweet at the Nate Project. Thank you. Tee. If you want to see the show, we're available on Facebook, maybe. WrestlePals VA's
Not
page.
this week.
Not this week. WrestlePals VA on the Facebook. You want to go search on YouTube? It's the spell it out hashtag WrestlePals. Watch all of our old fat catalog. We're working on it. We're getting better. We're getting handsome.
260.
I had Taco Bell. I feel bad.
What?
Nothing. Talk later.
Okay.
We're available on the Twitch stream. Roll on into the Twitch stream. The most vile pieces of humanity are there, but so are we. Seems to fit. I don't know why.
Appropriate.
And that's under the old GMYD. I don't know what those letters stand for. GMYD TV on the Twitch. We got
maybe be coming back soon. I don't know. I never went anywhere.
Where the hell am I? Spotify, maybe. The Google Play, all the fun places.
Definitely there. Yep.
The iTunes, if you want an audio format. Not this week. This week you needed the visual because, goddamn, it's brilliant. And yeah, man. Anything else we need to plug? I think a special mention for the pictures.
Yes.
At Jennie_Z on Twitter. Go there, tell her she's great because she is. So yeah, do that. Appreciate.
Matt, am I the holdout? I don't know.
What I say? North Korea, South Korea got together, huh? How are you?
When do Matt and Nate get together?
Who?
Let's all kiss. It'll be fun.
Yeah, come on, baby. God, you would for the bit. I saw it in your eyes. Don't do it. Not even once.
Not once, not never.
Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? Fire. I don't know. I had a whole thing about we're going to become cam girls.
What about
now. It's
Ellie?
Gonna be great. What?
What about Ellie?
What about her?
What about Raven?
It's fine.
Ellie is famous.
Yeah. I don't need our help.
Fine.
Mad because we're not famous. You plug.
Plug what? It's time to go.
Okay. Oh. Goddamn hashtag WrestlePals. We're not famous, Justin. Never will be.
lost my keys and my little doggy's bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. But he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, poor